bipolar female. Black 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 bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do, why I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar female. Many questions you can ask, what I don't know I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me, the road is full of wows. We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever.
If you know me, you know that my mom is often a major source of my inspiration and motivation. The last episode before the break was all about my mom jump-starting my spirit. Being initially diagnosed with bipolar disorder killed my mojo, my swagger, my alter ego that typically says, take that risk. It's the only way to find out if you can actually pull this thing off. When my mom spoke to me that day, I was bare bones, covered in over 200 pounds of self-hate. So when she told me to get up, what I actually thought was that she didn't know what I was going through. She didn't really understand what it means to have a mental illness. She didn't actually understand what it meant to be hospitalized. It's easy for her to give speeches looking down on me, judging me. I just thought I'll just stay here in bed under the covers and cry until I fall asleep. But as I lay in bed, my tears dried before I got sleepy, which always happens because I always have a hard time falling asleep. I started to get angry. I hated the clinic with the doctor who never looked me in the eyes for very long, as if I were some lesser form of life. I hated the therapist, even though I had to admit it was good to talk about things. I didn't want to talk about the things they wanted to talk about. And the things I wanted to talk about, I didn't want to talk about it with any of them. I hated the meds. I just thought maybe, just maybe, I could get off of these drugs. The exhaustion, the weight gain, the brain fog, the tremors. It was like my whole body could fall apart as long as my brain was partly functional. But I didn't just need my brain to be partly functional. I needed it to be the brain I remembered, the brain I'd relied on for 19 years. It had helped me fulfill every dream I imagined until that night I woke up in the Harvard infirmary. I instantly knew I'd lost something that was very hard to get back. But even then, I felt this flame inside of me, this spark to a type of anger I had never possessed before. Anything could trigger it, a look, a phrase, a body movement. It burned inside of me nonstop, and oftentimes I would lash out either directly or in my mind. I couldn't say all the things I felt like saying to my mom, but nothing could stop me from thinking them. So I got up in the middle of the night and I sat on the floor. When I really need to think, I always sit on the floor. Because when I was very young and I didn't have a desk, I used to write on the floor. I thought to myself, I can't make my life about going to a clinic. I have to do something more than that. I didn't want to start an adult day program or anything like that because I felt I could handle more than that. Mom wanted me to find a job, and that seemed like a good idea, but I hadn't even graduated from college yet, so I didn't even have a degree to help me. What kinds of jobs could I get? I spent 2 weeks working at McDonald's. When I couldn't memorize the keys on the register, They assigned me to mopping floors and cleaning the seating area. From Harvard freshman to mopping French fries off the floor in less than 6 months. I was terrified of the direction my life was headed in, but then I got angry and quit. Mom gave me the applications to the Bronx Zoo and Brooklyn Aquarium. I didn't really care what kind of job they gave me, I just wanted to be near the animals. It was an added bonus when I got the cashier position at the Brooklyn Aquarium because I could spend a small portion of my 30-minute lunch break sitting on the boardwalk at Coney Island. The ocean calmed me as I thought of how beautiful it was, but also how deadly it could be. For a while, it seemed the anger had subsided, and no one seemed to expect anything of me. I was living the life I'd been told I could have. Hold down a job, live the new normal. But it didn't feel like a norm to me. So I asked my manager to write a letter about how I'd been Employee of the Month for 3 months in a row and to throw in some nice things about me and my work ethic. I submitted the letter and spoke to Harvard psychiatrists who agreed to allow me to come back and restart my path towards college graduation. When I think back to my time in college after I got sick, I kind of can't believe I made it. Call it God's blessings, call it luck, call it hard work. It was really all of the above and then some. But I'm not sure I ever would have done it if my mom never told me to get up. This is Natasha saying, stay strong, stay healthy, and know that you are loved.
We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do, where I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar female. Yes, ma'am. Any questions you can ask, what I don't know I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me, the road is full of wows. We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever. Black bipolar female.